Hi, I'm Jacob Gallucci, and today I'd like to review two movies I saw when I was younger, and I'm sure many people around my age have seen them at some point or another. And these movies are the first two Beethoven movies, Beethoven and Beethoven Second. I saw these movies many years ago when I was a little kid. I liked them then. I thought they were cute, but they really haven't held up too well. Excuse me. I haven't seen them. I hadn't seen them for a long time. I just watched both of them a couple months ago, and they're dated. And the problem with the movies is that they're both sappy, corny, and they're really harmless, predictable films. They're decent movies for kids. If you're a family with a couple young kids, it's not bad. But if you're over like 12 years old, I wouldn't watch the movie alone. It's just the movies are kind of lame. But the first one came out in 1992. I saw that one in about 1994. I was 6 at the time, and the first one, the first two movies, you have the Newton family, and you have Charles Grodin and Bonnie Hunt as the parents, and the children are played by Nicole Tom, Christopher Castile, and Sarah Rose Carr. And it's weird because in real life, Charles Grodin is 26 years older than Bonnie Hunt. 26. He was born in 1935, and she was born in 1961. He could be her father for crying out loud. But even though he looks good for his age, I mean, the age difference is it's too much. I mean, it's insane. And the oldest daughter in the movie, she ended up being the oldest daughter on The Nanny, which was a pretty good show, I guess. And then you had the boy, Christopher Castile. He was in Step by Step, which was one of the worst shows of all time. There's no denying that. It was bad. And it's weird because he looks a lot like a live-action version of Arthur. Arthur was the cartoon aardvark. He looks just like Arthur with the glasses and everything. He reminds me of Arthur. He really does. But the little girl, Sarah Rose Carr, she sort of looks like a young Joan Cusack. She really does. And I always felt that she should have been bigger. She should have done more things because I thought she was cute. She should have been in more films and TV shows or whatever. But oh well. And this movie also has Dean Jones as the veterinarian. It's weird to see him playing a villain because he played such harmless characters in all those Disney movies back in the 60s and 70s, and to see him playing a villain it's weird. It really is. And his character is just so creepy. It's just, if you're a little kid, he scares the hell out of you. He really does. And his two villains are too much, in my opinion. They're too much like Harry and Marv in the Home Alone movies. And the villains are played by you have Oliver Platt and Stanley Tucci. They're good character actors, but their characters in this movie are just morons. They're such idiots, these two guys. My God. And you have this yuppie couple that Charles Grodin and Bonnie Hunt work with, played by a young David Duchovny and Patricia Heaton. Yeah, isn't that weird? This is way before the X-Files and Everybody Loves Raymond. It's weird to see them together in a movie long before they were widely known. And the first one has its moments. It's sort of lame and corny, but if they had just stuck to just this one movie, it would have been okay. But unfortunately, they made a sequel. The sequel came out in December of 1993, and this time, not only do you have Beethoven is this huge Saint Bernard. You have Beethoven, and you have a female Saint Bernard, Missy, and then they have four puppies, yes. And this time the villains are played by Debbie Mazar and Chris Penn. In a way, Debbie Mazar is like a live-action version of Cruella de Vil in the movie. Her character is such a bitch. I mean, forgive me for saying that, but her character is a bitch. Just mean. Chris Penn is her idiot boyfriend, or husband, or I'm guessing just boyfriend, but he's an idiot. And Missy's owner is played by Kevin Dunn, Nora Dunn's brother, yeah. And it's weird because he's uncredited in the movie, and he plays a good part though. I just wish he had been in the movie longer. But you also have Danny Masterson playing the boyfriend of the oldest daughter, Nicole Tom, and this is way before he played Hyde on that '70s show, and it's weird to see him so young. But yeah, and this movie, it's not as good as the first one, but it's okay. I don't think either movie's bad. They're just corny and kind of sappy and lame, but they're decent family movies. Like if you're a young couple with a couple young kids, it's okay. But if you're over 12, I mean, these movies are just really lame, and I don't know. They're just really sappy. But whatever. I mean, this movie actually had a there was actually a Beethoven cartoon. It was on CBS in the fall of 1994, and I actually remember it. I really do. I was 6 at the time, but I do remember watching it. It was okay. It's weird because Dean Jones, he had played the the weird veterinarian in the first one. He was the voice of the dad in the cartoon, and Nicole Tom was actually the voice of the oldest daughter in the cartoon as well. The rest of the cast was different than the movies, but in this one, Beethoven talked. He was voiced by Joel Murray, one of Bill Murray's brothers. Yeah, the cartoon. I don't think it's ever been released on DVD, but it's on YouTube, and I watched it a while ago because I hadn't seen it in years. It was okay, you know. If you like the first two movies, you'll probably like the cartoon, and believe it or not, the Beethoven series, it just won't end. There have been 5 direct-to-video sequels since Beethoven's second. 5, yes. The most recent one, I think, came out in 2011, and I saw bits and pieces of the third and fourth one years ago, I think, on the Disney Channel. You had Judge Reinhold and Julia Sweeney playing the Newtons in that one, but Judge Reinhold was supposed to be Charles Grodin's younger brother, and I saw maybe 5 or 10 minutes of the third and fourth one. They're bad. They're just dumb, really bad movies. They make the first 2 movies look like The Godfather and Citizen Kane. These movies just aren't worth watching. Trust me, don't watch them. But I don't hate the first 2 Beethoven movies, but if you like them as a kid, you may still enjoy them as an adult, you know, just for nostalgia reasons, but they're kind of lame and corny, but they're harmless. They're fun movies, I guess. I like Charles Grodin. He's a good actor, and I like Bonnie Hunt. She's a good, underrated actress, and these movies, I guess, are okay if you want to relive some childhood memories, but anyway, I'm sorry for rambling about these movies, but anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with 2 new videos, and until then, take care.